Wesley, a nice first round win. Tell us what happened.
Well, my pawn played the English opening, so I went c4, e5. I was trying to unbalance the game. And then I went for this rook e8, bishop f8 setup. And I've actually played this setup before from Isle of Man 2 years ago. So knight e4, knight d4, all this. So I wasn't sure if he prepared it, but then he started thinking, so I felt very comfortable. At least I get a game. And I managed to unbalance the pawn structure a little bit, and he made a mistake, and his position was not very easy anymore after bishop e6. Then he blundered the pawn. After that, all I have to do was to prevent his queen from becoming too active.
Right, in fact, it seemed like a very normal classical English position, and then suddenly the b2 pawn could not be defended.
Yeah, well, he blundered with e3. I think he made some mistakes already beforehand, but this position is actually very complex because surprisingly, it's black who has the space advantage in the opening. If he has backward pawns on e2, b2, and I think my a5 was a very important move because otherwise he's gonna play b4 and get some space. When I played a5, then he also missed rook e5, which is a very strong resource in this position. Defends everything on the fifth rank. So yeah, made a few mistakes. So actually, this English system looks very solid for white, but it's very unbalanced. I think Maxim MBL also plays like this with black.
Right, you made a very interesting point about trying to make the opening unbalanced, get an unbalanced middle game out of it despite being black. Now, this is something very important for open events to take your chances and try and create something.
Yeah, definitely. Because if we draw every game, it's really gonna hurt. So, the worst thing that can happen is for the lower rated to just follow book moves and make a 30 move, make a forced draw, for instance. I think he also plays e4, and against the Najdorf, he plays bishop g5, for example. And there's a lot of drawish positions here. So we got to unbalance things a little bit. Like if you look at Hikaru's games against e4, in open tournaments, he usually plays g6, avoids his usual Berlin. We're trying to get lower rated players out of the book as quickly as possible.
Now, this is your first time here in Gibraltar, early days, but how are you liking it so far?
Well, I'm very pleased. I like tournament. We like Stuart Conquest, seems to be a very great guy, and also a sponsor, Brian Callahan. So everything's good so far. We arrived here early, and I like the place. Just a little island and good weather and good food, and also a lot of strong players. I think this is very similar to the Isle of Man Open Tournament, which are some of the strongest open tournaments in the world. So very excited to be here, and I'm excited to see how the games go. Well, my main focus is try to get some good games, try to get my ranking back up because a lot of players are trying to kick me out of the top 10. So we'll see what happens. I played in Waikansay, I think 9 times, and this is my first time here in Gibraltar, so it's a very good change.
Well, we are very pleased to have you here. Now, you played in the Isle of Man, like you mentioned, and you're in Gibraltar. There is this whole shift of playing more and more open events. Why do you think that's happening?
Well, I think organizers are trying to mix things up a little bit. It's also gets quite stale if I play the same opponent 7 or 10 times a year. For example, the Grand Chess Tour has more events this year, so that means I'll be playing each player like 10 times a year, including Rapid and Blitz. So I think people want to change. Spectators want to see new faces showing up and new openings, and just gives a bit more of an excitement.
Now, you're not only mixing things up in choosing your tournaments, but even here, now after this game, you have your Pro Chess League match.
Yeah, definitely. I think there are a few players here playing. For example, I'm playing Ivan Sarik in the Montreal Chess Brass tonight. So it'll be played at around midnight. So I'm gonna take a nap now and then wake up at 11 in the evening. But it's not only me. I mean, Hikaru was also playing today at 3:30 in the morning. Well, we're very loyal to our teams, and tonight we have a crucial matchup.
Well, that's an amazing spirit, and you've got a long night ahead of you. We wish you all the very best.
I think.
Thanks.